Salem hospital chaos, pregnancy bombshells, toxic confrontations, and a miracle at Christmas. Hey there, my fellow Days of Our Lives fanatics. Welcome back to the channel. If you thought your holiday season was stressful, just take a look at the occupancy rate at Salem University Hospital right now. It is basically a DiMera Price family reunion in there. We are talking about a week so packed with emotional whiplash that I'm surprised Dr. Marlena Evans hasn't checked herself in for exhaustion. Today, we're breaking down the three massive storylines set to rock your world as we head into late December 2025. We've got a life-altering diagnosis for Chanel, a Brisson showdown that has been months in the making, and a Carver family crisis that will have you reaching for the tissues. Part 1. Chanel Dupree's Double-Edged Miracle. Let's start with the storyline that honestly broke my heart before it even got started. Our girl Chanel Dupree has been through the absolute ringer lately. We see her contacting Sarah Horton for some follow-up tests, and the tension is palpable. Now, let's talk about the psychological weight here. Chanel isn't just worried, she is living in the shadow of a recurring nightmare. For anyone who has followed her journey, the fear of cancer returning isn't just a plot point, it's a trauma that stays in the back of your mind every time you feel a bit of fatigue or a lingering ache. I have to say, seeing her wait for those results with Johnny by her side is a testament to how far these two have come. But here's where the classic Days twist comes in, and man, did I see this coming yet still feel shocked. The news isn't a recurrence. It's a pregnancy. Now, on any other show, this would be a cue the confetti moment, right? But this is Salem. My personal take. Channel's reaction of fury is 100% justified. Think about it, she's already physically and mentally drained from playing supermom to Trey DiMera. She and Johnny have been burning the candle at both ends, and now she's hit with a high-risk pregnancy while her body is still recovering from its previous battles. My theory, I suspect this pregnancy isn't going to be a smooth 9 months. Given Channel's medical history, we might be looking at a miracle baby storyline that forces Paulina to go into full mama bear mode, possibly overstepping and causing a rift between Chanel and Johnny. And let's not forget the DiMera bloodline. Every time a DiMera is born, the stakes for the family empire go through the roof. Is this baby the next heir to the throne, or a complication that Stefano, wherever his spirit is, would use as a pawn? I'm betting on the latter. Part 2. The Brisson toxic tango. Has Brady finally had enough? Next up, we have to talk about the absolute train wreck that we can't stop watching, Brady Black and Kristen DiMera. If there was an award for most exhausting couple in daytime history, these two would have retired the trophy years ago. The scene at the hospital is a masterclass in the Brady cycle. He shows up, he's relieved she's alive, he's grateful she protected Rachel. And then, the other shoe drops. This time, the shoe isn't just a secret, it's a tactical nuke. Finding out that Kristen convinced Marlena, his own stepmother and the moral compass of Salem, to lie to him. That is a bridge too far. I've seen a lot of fans online saying no, Brady should just forgive her, she did it for their daughter. To those fans, I say, are you kidding me? Kristen didn't just protect Rachel, she weaponized Rachel's involvement in EJ's shooting to keep Brady in the dark. By involving Marlena, Kristen didn't just lie, she corrupted Brady's support system. Let's analyze Rachel for a second. That little girl is becoming a mini Stefano right before our eyes. The fact that she had a role in shooting EJ is dark, even for a DiMera. Brady realizing that his daughter is following in her mother's footsteps and that Kristen encouraged the secrecy is going to trigger a massive identity crisis for him. Does he save his daughter by taking her away from Kristen, or is it already too late? The historical link. Remember back in the day when Kristen stole Teresa Donovan's embryo? Or when she kidnapped Sarah Horton? Kristen's love has always been synonymous with obsession and control. Brady's realization that she hasn't changed despite her claims of being a new woman is the ultimate holiday buzzkill. I predict this will drive Brady straight back into the arms of someone safe, likely Sarah, which we know will only make Kristen more dangerous. Hell hath no fury like a DiMera woman scorned at Christmas. Part 3. A Christmas Miracle for the Carvers. Finally, we head over to the ICU, where Abe and Paulina are keeping a vigil for Theo. First of all, can we just appreciate James Reynolds and Jackie Harry? The chemistry and the raw emotion they bring to these parental vigil scenes are the heartbeat of this show. Theo hitting his head in the crypt is such a classic Days trope. The DiMera crypt is basically the Bermuda Triangle of Salem. Nothing good ever happens there. Seeing Abe, a man who has lost so much and regained his memory only to face the potential loss of his son, is gut-wrenching. And Paulina. She's the rock. But even rocks crumble. The spoilers say Theo wakes up and the family is reunited. While I'm thrilled for a happy ending for the Carvers, I have to ask, what is the cost? Head injuries in Salem are never just head injuries. Does Theo wake up with total amnesia? Does he wake up with a personality shift? Or better yet, did he see something in that crypt before he went down? My crazy theory, what if Theo didn't just trip? What if he saw someone who wasn't supposed to be there, or maybe a dead DiMera lurking in the shadows, and that person is the real reason he ended up unconscious? If Theo wakes up with a secret that could take down the entire DiMera syndicate, he's going to have a target on his back before he even gets discharged from the hospital. Closing thoughts and personal rant. Alright, guys, let's wrap this up. This week is shaping up to be an absolute roller coaster. We've got new life beginning with Chanel, though under incredibly stressful circumstances, a relationship potentially ending for good with Brisson, and a family praying for a miracle with Theo. If I'm being honest, I'm most worried about Chanel. I think the writers are setting us up for a very emotional journey regarding her health and this pregnancy. As for Brady, I want to see him grow a backbone. Stop letting Kristen use Rachel as a shield. It's time for Brady to realize that being a good father might mean protecting Rachel from her mother, not just with her. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. I want to hear from you. Do you think Chanel and Johnny are ready for this baby, or is it a disaster waiting to happen? Is Brisson officially dead, or will Brady fall for Kristen's "I did it for our daughter" excuse yet again? And what do you think Theo saw in the crypt? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I love seeing how your brains work compared to mine. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, and subscribe so you never miss a beat of the Salem drama. Until next time, keep watching your days, because as we know, these are the moments that define our lives. Next, we will learn about a growing web of secrets, shifting loyalties, and mounting danger as Salem finds itself on edge over the mysterious disappearance of several powerful figures tied to the DiMera legacy. The city is gripped by tension as law enforcement escalates its efforts to locate multiple missing members of the influential DiMera family. What began as quiet concern has now become a full-scale investigation, drawing in both the local police force and the FBI. Chad DiMera's sudden absence has raised immediate red flags, especially given his history of being pulled into family crises against his will. Alongside him, Theo Carver has vanished under circumstances that suggest he may have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, or perhaps deliberately silenced due to knowledge he should not possess. The situation grows even more alarming with the disappearances of Kristen DiMera, Tony DiMera, E.J. DiMera, and the ever-elusive Peter Blake. Each of these individuals carries a long trail of secrets, rivalries, and unfinished business, making it increasingly clear that this is not a random event but a carefully orchestrated scheme with deep roots. As investigators piece together timelines and sift through conflicting accounts, Salem's residents are left to speculate who might be responsible and what endgame is being pursued. The DiMera name has long been synonymous with power, manipulation, and hidden agendas, and many fear that this crisis is the result of past sins coming back to collect their due. With so many key players missing at once, the balance of power in Salem is shifting, leaving room for new alliances to form and old enemies to reemerge. Every clue uncovered seems to raise more questions than answers, reinforcing the sense that someone is always one step ahead of the authorities. Amid this turmoil, Gabby Hernandez finds herself facing a deeply personal crisis. Her carefully negotiated deal with Tony DiMera has unexpectedly collapsed, leaving her exposed and vulnerable. Gabby had placed significant trust in that arrangement, seeing it as a strategic move that would secure her future and strengthen her position. Now, with Tony missing and the agreement effectively meaningless, she is forced to confront the possibility that she miscalculated not only the situation but also the people involved. Her anxiety is fueled by the knowledge that in Salem, failed deals rarely end quietly, and the fallout can be swift and unforgiving. Gabby's concern goes beyond simple disappointment. She understands that broken alliances can quickly turn dangerous, especially when powerful families like the DiMeras are involved. The collapse of the deal threatens to unravel other plans she has kept hidden, and she worries that her name could surface in the investigation in ways she cannot control. Every move she makes must now be measured, every word carefully chosen, as she tries to stay ahead of consequences that feel increasingly inevitable. Elsewhere, Gwen is battling a different but equally unsettling fear. Her secret connection with DiMera looms over her like a ticking clock. While EJ's disappearance might seem, on the surface, to reduce the immediate risk of exposure, Gwen knows better than to assume she is safe. In Salem, secrets have a way of resurfacing at the worst possible moment, often through unexpected channels. Gwen's anxiety is rooted in the possibility that someone else knows the truth, or that EJ may have left behind evidence that could destroy her carefully constructed image. The pressure Gwen feels is compounded by the fact that she has already walked a fine line between redemption and ruin. Any revelation tied to EJ could undo whatever stability she has managed to achieve. As she watches the investigation unfold, every update brings a fresh wave of dread, forcing her to relive past choices she would rather forget. Silence, for now, is her only defense, but silence can be fragile when surrounded by chaos. With both Gabby and Gwen carrying heavy secrets and navigating uncertain ground, an unexpected bond begins to form between them. Their shared experience of living under constant threat creates a subtle but powerful connection. While trust does not come easily to either woman, necessity has a way of pushing people together. Each recognizes something familiar in the other: the fear of exposure, the determination to survive, and the willingness to do whatever it takes to protect themselves. This emerging connection has the potential to reshape dynamics across Salem. Gabby and Gwen, once operating in separate spheres, may find strength in cooperation, or they could become mirrors of each other's worst instincts. Their alliance, if it solidifies, could prove to be a stabilizing force or a dangerous wild card depending on how far they are willing to go. In a town where loyalty is often temporary and betrayal is a constant risk, their partnership adds yet another unpredictable element to an already volatile situation. As the search for the missing DiMeras intensifies and secrets threaten to surface, Salem stands at a crossroads. The coming days promise revelations that could alter lives, expose hidden truths, and redefine alliances. One thing is certain: when power, fear, and ambition collide, no one emerges unchanged. Stay tuned to the NBC Update channel as this gripping story continues to unfold.